Hello, English language learners. Welcome to 5 of 30. We're here to practice and use English. We want to use and learn English. Today, we're going to look at this particular post that I found on Facebook, and this could be in other social media areas. But if you can see the visual, you'll see that we've got four types of cooked eggs. We've got boiled egg, fried egg, omelette, and scrambled eggs. There's also a translation into another language. I think it's Thai. But the main thing to think about here is how can we use this particular vocabulary? So we don't want to necessarily just say boiled egg like 100 times. We want to go boiled egg, boiled egg, boiled egg. That's not really going to be too useful for us. We may need to practice the pronunciation sometimes, and we may need to practice how other people say it. So to practice the comprehension, we could use something like Youglish for that. So we could type in that those word combinations to check that. But what we want to try and do is use these words where if there are particular ones we want to use. Of course, this is just an example, but say we want to talk about maybe breakfast or something like that, or ways to cook eggs, or maybe maybe you're thinking of owning a restaurant and having eggs on the menu, something like that, or maybe you just want to order eggs. But what you could start off by thinking about is what would you talk about with these? I would suggest things like talking about your preferences. So, for example, you have the four different styles here. Which one would you prefer? How often would you prefer to eat them? If it's something like a boiled egg, would you prefer the yolk part, the yellow part, to be soft, like liquidy, or to be hard, or as hard as an egg can be, I guess. But would you prefer, like, which one would you prefer, a soft boiled egg or a hard boiled egg? If your preference is scrambled eggs, how do you like them scrambled? Like a loose scramble, so it's liquidy, or more of a drier scramble, if you like? What sort of ingredients would you like to be cooked with it? Would you like the scrambled eggs, for example, completed or done with oil or butter or salt or pepper? What sort of things do you want included? Similarly with the omelette, do you just want a plain omelette, or do you want some other vegetables and additions with the omelette? So I would think about telling a story. So, for example, you could, if you want to focus on the present or the past or the future, present, you could talk about what sort of preferences you have in general. If you want to talk about the past, talk about an experience, even if it's not real. You can make it up to practice the past. How you went to a restaurant or a cafe and you asked for a soft-boiled egg, but they gave you a hard-boiled egg. And when you cut into the egg, you were very disappointed and blah, blah, blah. And you talk about that particular experience. And again, so it could be for the future or whatever. So you think about what you want to focus on. If there's a particular time, think about other vocabulary that you may want to practice with it. If you want to practice ordering with the egg, or ordering eggs, and what other things you may need. So maybe you have a drink, so maybe a coffee or a juice or a tea or a water, something to have with the egg. Maybe you have it with some other types of food as well. Maybe there are different sorts of things that you could do with this particular egg. Maybe you want to have it eat in, maybe you want to take away, maybe you prefer to have it yourself. So the idea is to think about different ways that you can use this to tell a story. Other things could be using utensils, cutlery. If you're cooking the egg or eating the egg, what do you use? Again, think about ways that you can tell the story and the vocabulary you can use. But we don't want to just say these expressions or these word combinations by themselves. We want to try and include it in a story. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for joining us today on 5 of 30. We hope you're practicing English. Have a good one. Take care. Speak to you next time. Bye.